So in today's video, as you can see from the title, I bought 2 blush sets from Sephora, the holiday blush set. And I figured we could do like a first impression, how to apply like a creamy liquid versus like a balmy cream blush. So yeah, let's jump into it. I'm gonna do everything but the blush on my face. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a sec. We'll see each other when it's time for blush. Okay, I changed my mind. I want to swatch them on my face, just do like the swatches of all the colors side by side. So I think I'll do like the Merit blush on this side and the Saie blush on this side. The Merit comes in like this sleeve, you slide it out and it's got like a felt, oh my gosh, we're about to lose another one. It's got like a felt little pull tab. It's actually really pretty. It's a pretty presentation in my opinion. And they're little minis. They're so cute. They say Merit on them. Okay, so we have Beverly Hills, Fox, and Rouge, which is the exclusive. As you can see, they are very sheer. Not very sheer, I mean there's a lot of pigment, but they're like a balmy, dewy consistency, and it definitely looks like they're going to be easy to work with. And it melts into your skin. Freaking gorgeous. Okay, so then on the other side we're going to do the Saie blushes. So we'll do Rosy first, and these are like completely different. And then we'll do Chili. And these 2 shades you can pick up on Sephora right now. And then for the exclusive, it's called Baby. And there are those. For these ones, they're definitely a little bit more pigmented. These look more emollient. You can tell kind of the shine. I mean, look at those, wow. These have some sheen, but they're definitely more opaque. Now we'll do the rest of the face and then we'll come back and we'll do the blushes. We're ready to go in with the blush. Sped through my whole face, but anyways, for both blushes, I'm going to be using the Mario. It's the one with the cat paw. It doesn't have a number on it, but I'm going to be using this for both. One side for one and one side for the other. And I think I want to use like a similar shade so I don't look cray cray. I also kind of want to use like the shade exclusives. We're going to go in with Beverly Hills and Rosy. So one tip that I have as far as like liquid products go, as far as blush, is that, so today I put my concealer on first before these blushes, but if you ever feel like you're going heavy handed with the blushes, you can always go with concealer afterwards. That's a safe bet for me trying a new formula, is I just go in with the bronzer, the cream bronzer like I did, but instead of doing the concealer, I do the blush and then I do concealer, and I have more control over like how the blush looks. We'll see how we go today. I might actually do the trick if I go too heavy handed. We're first gonna go in with the Saie Rosy shade, and I'm gonna go in on this side. We'll keep it on the same side. It's got the doe foot. Another tip I have is you can go directly on your face, but again, if you're using a new formula, you can always go in the back of your hand and pick up with the brush. But I'm gonna be risky and I'm just gonna go on my face. And you just dab it on where you would normally apply blush. And you can be sloppy because we're going to blend it out. And I'm just going to take this brush and I tap it to just spread it. Which that actually was a pretty perfect amount. And the latest trend is, you know, bringing it up to your eye. I also like to put it up on my temples. Very beautiful. But do you see how it's very, it's kind of spread out? You don't have too much control, depending of course on the brush that you use. I like this cat paw brush just because it's good for everything as far as base goes. I highly recommend this, especially if you're a beginner. And it has a smaller side too that you can have more control over. So a few more brushes that I recommend as far as applying cream product or blush, cream blush. I actually really love this Ariel brush. I either use this for bronzer, sometimes foundation, or blush. And you can, it's more precise. See how small the head of this brush is? Same thing with this brush. It's very controlled and dense. so you'll obviously pick up more product. I also really love this angled brush, and this is from the Jessup makeup collection off of Amazon. You can get a set for pretty cheap, but the angled brush also allows you to kind of maneuver and be precise, and I think it's easier to control. I have another one. This one's from Smashbox, and I love this one. It's a little bit more dense, as you can see, which would give you less control, but still I love her. My all-time, I think for the Sephora sale, I'm gonna try the Patrick Ta cream and powder, and you can always go in and layer on top, but I think this is a good place to kind of stay. Now the Merit blushes, I've seen people swipe. I'm not that gutsy, okay? I don't have a good track record with trusting blushes like that. So what I'm gonna do with this is just go directly in with the brush. And you kind of just make sure you coat it. See, you can see the product. And you wanna make sure it's evenly coated. And if you're scared again that this is too much product, you can take it on the back of your hand and tap it out. But again, this side is much smaller and it allows you to have more control. But it does take a little bit long. But these, I will say, the Merit blushes, I've had to dip in 3 times. And with the Saie blushes, it took about 3 dots to get this color. So I'd say they're pretty equal. This one is a little bit sheer. But do you see the glow that each side is giving? Very beautiful. That's the plus side on the cream blushes, because you get a much glowier finish. Natural. Healthy. So if you didn't like how high the blush came up, so if you can see, the blush is nearly up in my eyes. So if you didn't like that, you could go back in with your concealer and just clean it up, and just, it helps you kind of maneuver where you want the blush. So I'm just going to show you this tip, and I'm going to take barely any because we already applied some. I'm just going to use this to lay it down. Personally, I like when my blush is that high because I think it looks a little bit more flushed, but we can go back in. Let's say I just want my eyes to be a little bit brighter. You just kind of play with it. You can add more, you can add less, but do you see how now it's almost more controlled on my cheekbones? It's not so much going up towards my eyes, and you can always go back in and, you know, push the blush exactly where you want, kind of thing. But I do love that concealer hack. But if I were doing this, like if I already knew ahead of time I didn't want blush to be all over my face, I would have done my concealer after my cream blush. Okay, so that is the finished look. And yeah, we have tried both blush formulas and we put them on our face. If you have any questions about how to apply cream or liquid blush, leave them down in the comments below, and let me know if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.